It's time to talk about some indie authors that I just cannot wait to read. What's up, beasties? It's me, Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. It's so good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. And might I say, did you get your hair cut? Is that a new shirt? Whatever it is, you are looking B-E-A, beautiful beastie, and I'm glad you're here. Today, I'm excited. We're going to talk about some indie authors that I'm excited to read. Some of these I've started a little bit, and I'm excited to read more of them. Some I haven't started yet, but I've got like their first book in their series or whatever, and I'm pumped to read them. So I'm going to do a series of these indie author books, because you all know I love me some indie. And this first one's going to be 12 indie authors that you've probably heard of, that are a little more popular, that I'm super pumped to read their stuff. And then I'm going to do some hidden gems, maybe lesser known, but still just as awesome indie authors that I'm excited to read. I'm also going to be doing a video on booktubers who are also authors that I'm excited to read. So look forward to all of that in the coming weeks, as I continue to shine a spotlight on indie, because indie authors are fantastic. So without further ado, that's what you came here for. Let's get to it. All right, so first up, I'm going to start with the most obvious one, and that is Ryan Cahill, Bound and the Broken. I have the second book of Darkness and Light, because that's where I'm at. But I also have the first book, Blood and Fire, the first novella, The Fall. Those are fantastic. I'm excited to get into this and catch up on his series before the new one comes out in the spring. I'm really pumped, or late winter, early spring. I'm very excited. His books are awesome. You know, it starts off as classic fantasy, something that feels very familiar to. I love that in Blood and Fire. The young friends from a village going on a journey together kind of thing. But then it gets bigger and better and more bombastic. And I've heard it gets darker and just a lot more awesome. And I thought the first book was awesome. So I'm excited to continue on this journey and tell you guys about it as I go. Cannot wait. Next up is I've got a few books by this author, and I still have not, well, yeah, I've read some of like his short stories and stuff, but I haven't read any of his full books. And that is Rob J. Hayes. This is the beautiful Herald. I'm reading in chronological order, even though he said to go reverse. So I'm reading Demon first, and I'm loving it. But I've also got Never Die, and I want to read those. I would have loved to read his Time Hoppers series. His, what's the one like really dark, grim dark with the girl? Oh, I can't remember. But it looks awesome. It's got the amazing covers. Oh, I can't remember, and it's going to bother me now. But anyway, that one too. But I want to read all his stuff, and he's such a cool guy. Hopefully I'll get to chat with him someday. But this is a beautiful book, and all his covers are awesome. So I cannot wait to read more of Rob J. Hayes. Another popular one is Philip Quantrill. This is book 1 of the Echo Saga, Rise of the Ranger. Beautiful books again. I also have the Broken Binding, Time of Dragons first book, and the second one's out now. So, and that's prequel, so I'll probably read those first, and then I'll dive into this, because this is like 9 books. And there's also like 3 shorter books that prelude this, that are kind of in between those. So he's got a lot of awesome stuff that I can't wait to catch up on. Kind of the same idea. It gets a very cool, classic, big world building story. And I know some of it gets a little dark. But yeah, it's very classic, epic, fun fantasy. So I'm excited to get into this ASAP. Then some more dragon stuff. Of course, Michael R. Miller and Ascendant. Beautiful hardcovers. I'm excited to read this. I read Last Stand of the Stonefist and loved it, which was a prequel novella to this. And I also read the prequel novella Huntress to his Darkblade trilogy, which that one is, I can't wait to get that either. That sounds like a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely want to read some of his stuff. As you can see here, the dragon's blind. He saves it, and that's pretty cool. I can't wait to read this. Very excited. Then, another awesome author. This is Darkblade, the first book by Andy Peliquin. These books are beautiful. I just ordered a signed copy of book 2, and I had a nice chat on social media with Andy. He's so awesome. I love his newsletter I'm part of. He writes very inspirational posts in his newsletter. He makes posts all the time about books and shouts out other indie authors and all sorts of people. And he's just got a great sense of humor, very inspirational, very cool, kind guy. And I'm excited. He said he'd be willing to come on the channel, so that is fantastic. Cannot wait for that. I've read the prequel short story to this and absolutely loved it. Cannot wait to start this book. And I also was able to pick his brain a little bit about how to move through his world because it's all interconnected. He's got a few different trilogies or series, and I didn't know that. So now I know where to start, which is with this, which works good. So I'm going to be reading this hopefully before the end of the year. Depends on how catching up on Stormlight goes, but for sure in 2025, if not sooner. Darkblade, this character is awesome. He's got this sweet like magical stone wrist gauntlet thing that he can suck souls into. And he's an assassin, obviously. And this series is very long. It's already like 9 or 10 books. And he goes through a journey of his life and grows older. And there's all sorts of cool stuff that happens that I cannot wait to get to. But it's very dark. And Andy is very open about how he loves to write characters and dig into like what makes them tick and how they would handle these situations and try to make it feel real, like real people. And I'm excited about that. I've also got his short story collection where he really focuses on that. And I'm starting to read through that, and it's really good. He's an awesome writer. And I think most of his stuff is darker. I think he has one series that could be YA considered, but I'm excited to read all his stuff. He's got some sweet series and books and ideas, and I just can't wait to dive into his world. So excited about that. And then we got, I'm going to slide this in here. Then we got Stone and Sky, Z.S. Diamante. Another super nice guy. He's doing awesome. He's rocking it. And his books are very classic fantasy, inspiring, high fantasy, not like dark or anything like that. But I've heard awesome things about him. I've started reading through his short story collection, prequel short story collection, and I'm loving it. It is a lot of fun, and his covers are bright and vibrant and so much fun. I'm saying fun a lot, but he's a fun guy. His books sound really fun. His covers are fun. It's fun all around. But I'm excited. I've had the first 2 books and the prequel collection, so I just ordered book 3 so that I can have the whole trilogy and the prequels. And then he's got a new novella coming out that sounds awesome that I also pre-ordered. So I know I have a problem, but when it's indie, I can justify it. So anyway, Z.S. Diamante, awesome. Cannot wait to read him. All right, we are halfway through. All right, so now we're down to the final 6. So first up here, we have Michael R. Fletcher and this beautiful version of Blackstone Heart, which I love. But I also supported the Kickstarter for the Blackstone Heart special edition, and that looks fire. Cannot wait for that. And I have his trilogy. It starts with Beyond Redemption. And then but I didn't have any of his other books. So I did just get a few more of his books, of course, that are on their way, signed by him. And he also said he's willing to come on the channel. That's fantastic. I cannot wait. And then I don't have a book by this next author that's strictly by him. I have read one of his books, which I'll talk about in a second. But this is the 3rd book of the trilogy that starts with Beyond Redemption, Manifest Illusions. And this is the end of it, and it's co-authored with Clayton Snyder. He's another author that is awesome, very cool guy. I've chatted with him. He says he'd be willing to come on the channel, and he's hilarious. Can't wait for that. That's just fantastic. And anyway, we don't want to give anything away with spoilers there, but I recently read his Western fantasy dark novella, Cold West, and that was fantastic. You should definitely check it out. But I want to get some of his books because he has some books like Blackthorn, Demon Inc. That sound awesome, that I'm really excited to get into, and he has a trilogy as well that I really want to read. So he's got a lot of awesome stuff too. Cannot wait to check him out as well. Then we have P.L. Stewart, Drowned Kingdom. This I cannot wait to read. He's such a nice guy. P.L. is fantastic. And his series I've heard so much about. My good friend Andrew's Wizardly Read even has a hat with the symbol on it because he liked the book so much. So I definitely need to check it out. Cannot wait to. I think I'm going to do a buddy read of this with Dr. L at Novel Insights after I read the thriller that he picked, and I eventually read that hopefully next month so we can chat about it, and then I'll pick a fantasy, most likely this one because he has it and really excited to read it. So, and PL's awesome, fantastic guy, and I've heard amazing things about his books, so I cannot wait to dive into them soon. Then I got this beautiful Threadlight omnibus from Zach Argyle. And I also have the first book, because just the standard editions of his books are gorgeous. But this is just a stunning book. It's got the artwork from the first book. That's the one I have. But this is so pretty. And I'm just excited to read these. I love how the main character is older and has a wife and a kid. I just love that. As a older gentleman who has children, I think that's awesome in fantasy when I get to connect with a dad character. So, and I love Mistborn. People say this has Mistborn vibes, so this is one that I've been dying to read, and as usual have not yet. So definitely can't wait to figure out when I can read it ASAP. And finally, for my last two, one is Bengali. I cannot wait to read him. This is a sequel series in the Emanaska world, but this hardcover is just so pretty I had to show it. But I'm excited to get into this world. I'm excited to get into some of his other series he has, and the Scarlet Star one, which I talked about, should be coming this weekend. I cannot wait to get it and show it off to you guys. Beautiful illustrated hardcovers I'm getting. They're available in paperback and ebook too, and they're very affordable, but have some really cool stuff. You should definitely check them out if you haven't. I cannot wait to read them. Fantasy Western mashup sounds incredible. And then I'm going to read those, and then I really want to dive into this big beastly series that starts with The Written, which I showed off in Beast Tea Weekly last episode. So love Bengali. He's such a nice guy. I've chatted with him too. I'd love to have him on the channel eventually and talk to him. But he is just a beast. He's written a lot of stuff. He's rocking it, and a super nice guy. And I'm very pumped to get into his works. And finally, another Kickstarter I backed is an author that often writes along with Bengali, and that is David Estes. And he has a Kickstarter for a beautiful Fatemarked series that I cannot wait to get. They look amazing. I've got these cool old, not cartoony, but like illustrated ones that I just love, like the original covers. He actually has more darker, edgy looking covers now, but I like these a lot, so I have these. And he's an author that I really like. He's an indie author that I've always been impressed with and loved his books, so I'm really excited to... He also said he would come on the channel and talk to me eventually, which is awesome, and I'm really pumped about his Kickstarter and to really like get deeper and through this world that I only dipped my toe into and loved, so really excited about that. And I do have a 13th final edition. The only reason I didn't put it in here was because I don't have the books, but I am getting them. They are on their way to me. These are books I've always wanted to read, and that is the Paternus series, which people say is like Harry Potter for adults. And I am excited to read it. The Paternus trilogy by Dirk Ashton. They're on their way to me. He's an awesome guy. I've chatted with him. He also would be willing to come on the channel. These authors are fantastic, but he is a very well-known. He also did Kraken Rider Z, which I'm excited to check out too, which he did that with David Estes. So I'm excited to check that out. And it's cool how a lot of these indie authors will collaborate and do stories together. Ben Galley and Dave Estes did another one I really want to read, Demon's Blood, Demon's Rage. I really want to check that out. But yeah, it's awesome. Indie authors and books are just so much fun, and these are big ones I really need to get to, but there's a lot more. So if you enjoyed this, just hang in there, because I'm going to, in the coming weeks, again, we're going to talk about some lesser known hidden gem indie authors that I think everyone should check out, that I'm excited to check out, and also some fellow booktubers who are also indie authors that I think everyone should check out. So look for all that in the coming weeks. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's all I got for you. So let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know if you're excited about any of them, if you haven't already read them. And if this is your first time here, please like and subscribe. You can join the Beasties, become a Beast friend with us. Then you can know when all the videos come out. We do a question of the day that you can vote on, and then I do a short talking about what the winning vote was and what I would vote, and we have a lot of fun chatting along the way. So please, we'd love to have you, and I'd love to be Beasties and Beast friends with you. And also, as always, please leave me a comment. Like I said, let me know what you think about these. Let me know what other indie authors you love, or just say hi, because I'd love to talk, and I reply to every comment. There's the word. But that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It means the world to me that you take the time out of your day to watch these videos and share them. I really appreciate it. So until I see you in the next one, Beasties, devour those TBRs, be brave, be beautiful with one another, and be beastly. We'll see you guys.